Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Amanda Oakling and I'm very happy that you're here. Today we're gonna make a mirror glaze. I will show you the secrets. I think the easiest way, the technique how to make it. It will be a short video, but please stay tuned because it will be very useful for you. Okay, we need some ingredients. It's not very difficult to find, but I will show you and I will tell you everything about them. We will need a white chocolate, regular white chocolate. Be sure it's 33% of cacao butter in there. And I'm already in tall cup putting there condensed sweetened milk. Regular condensed sweetened milk. Put it everything in the tall cup. Okay, that's it. Second, what is very important, it's gelatin mass with water. You can see in this video how we use a gelatin, everything about it, I'm showing there. And here I already made this gelatin and water mass. Here is about 15 minutes already and we will melt it after a while, but prepare your gelatin with water. Here, we will need a food color. This time I'm using Color Mill gel color. It's oil soluble color, but you can use powdered colors, watercolors. Actually, mirror glaze can be very flexible and you can use any color. I prefer use always watercolors, but this time it will be oil color. And the second part, it's a pot. And in a pot we will boil a sugar syrup. And here's two types of sugars, regular sugar, water, and glucose syrup. Right now I will show you more about glucose syrup. I will need a scale because all measurements you can see in the description what we need. I'm using grams, and here in this big pot I have glucose syrup. I know I have a big bakery and we everything have in big pockets. So I think the main question is how to substitute glucose syrup. I'm not sure that it's good to substitute it. You can do it with the honey, but actually this glaze will be very liquid and not too shiny, and it will be difficult to work with it. And that's why you have to buy in the confectionery shop glucose syrup. When you buy glucose syrup, you will see that there is a different density of it, and there is a different measurements. This one is 84%. It's very thick. You see, it's actually funny every time when I measure it, I have glucose syrup everywhere. But in shops you can find either more liquid, and there will be 30 or 20% of glucose syrup. So the easiest way is wet a little bit your fingers with the water. I will do it, wet a little bit. When you liquid with water your hands, it's easier to take it. And you need to put it in the pot with the water and the sugar. I need a little bit more. It's perfect. Right now we are ready to boil our syrup and make glaze. Let's continue. Okay, we are back and we need to boil our syrup. As I said, we have here water, sugar, and glucose syrup. Put it on the heat. I think not the maximum heat, but for example, if you have a 10 regimes, then 7, 8 will be good. And your main goal is to boil it till 103 degrees of Celsius. For that, you will need a thermometer. And thermometer it's important. Yes, I know when it's boiling and bubbling, then you think in your mind that it's enough and it's 103 degrees, but this is one of the secrets, that you measure correct temperature of your syrup. Why we use here glucose syrup? It's important for more viscosity in the glaze, that it's shiny, that it's not too thick and it's not too liquid. That's why important to use it. If you will use only sugar without glucose syrup, your glaze after a while will look like very groundy, very sugary, because there is now this, you don't have their glucose syrup. And that's it. We just wait 4 minutes when it will boil. We'll measure. I suggest you not to mix it, but if you prefer, you can mix it a little bit with your whisk. I have a funny small whisk. It's cheap and it's very good to use for small amounts for the creams, glazes, glazes. And I see that it starts bubbling. And I will mix it just a little bit. Gelatin, I prefer to melt it in the microwave previously. But as you know, gelatin melts in 65 degrees of Celsius. That's why actually you can put it here in the chocolate and it will be melted by the sugar syrup. But I think it's not the best way. That's why previously melt it. Okay, it's 103 degrees on my thermometer. Switch off the oven. And pour all hot syrup on your chocolate and condensed sweetened milk. If you will boil a syrup too much, for example till 110 degrees, again your glaze will be too thick, too jelly and difficult to use. And my gelatin melted in the microwave and I put it again here. Pour it. And put it aside a little bit, 1-2 minutes, 30 seconds, that's enough. Mix it gentle, because if you will do it very fast, you will get in there bubbles. And bubbles is the scariest thing in the glazing techniques. Just a little bit mix it. And while it's set here in our pot, I will tell you more about my best friend blender. This is emulsion blender and it's the main thing how to avoid the bubbles in the glaze. If you will use a regular kitchen blender, in there is a different head and this head makes other direction blending, but we need reverse direction, that bubbles comes in, not out. And you can make this with this emulsion blender. I'm not saying that you need, if you're a beginner, this blender, but if you want to make the shiny, perfect glazes as you see in the internet, in Instagram, that's then one of the things what you need to buy. In this stage, you can put here colorants if you want. If not, you can make it beige color and put the colorants after stabilization. That depends on you. I will put colorants right now. As I said, I'm taking my color mill and put a white color because in the next video we will use a white glaze. How to do it? Put a head in a liquid and just a little bit shake it. Bubbles what is inside the head will come out. And only then switch it on. I see that my mirror glaze not too bright and I'm adding extra white colorants. And just switch it on very gentle. You see that I'm not shaking, I'm not getting it out, because when I'm getting out my hand and there's again bubbles, I need to shake it and then switch on. And in the motion blenders, you will see a small gap where is bubbles comes in. That's important that you put it up and you're seeing these gaps where it's going inside the bubbles. When all bubbles goes inside in these holes, then your glaze is ready. That's it. Don't do it too long. It doesn't matter how long you do it actually, but that's enough. When you don't have a bubbles, maybe 2 or 3 bubbles, that's okay. And okay, our glaze is ready, and wrap it with plastic wrap. Wait. Put it inside in your pot and put it in the fridge for stabilization, 12 hours at least, 24 it will be perfect. After that you can again melt it and use it, because the working temperature it's about 30 degrees. Always do and make your glaze in the tall cup, that's one main thing. Always boil your syrup till 103 degrees of Celsius. And the second secret, use a blender, which is a motion blender, then you will avoid bubbles. See you in the next video when we will make mousse cakes with this fantastic white mirror glaze. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe this channel, thumbs up, all information you have in the description, and see you soon. Ciao!